welcome back to the Apatros review. In this episode we look at Bloodrayne Deliverance, or Bloodrayne 2, which is the first of two sequels to the Uwe Bill cult film from 2005. This film came out in 2007, directed by Uwe Bill, written by Christopher Donaldson and Neil Avery. It was based on the Majesco video game, Bloodrayne. Now let's face it, Bloodrayne was never going to be considered a serious genre film. It was at best a routine vampire film that was originally a video game, and given the rather dubious track record of video game adaptations' box office earnings, people are not going to necessarily go out of their way to watch a film that was based on a video game. And at worst, a proud card-carrying member of Uwe Boll's long list of subpar video game adaptations. The critical drubbing that Bloodrayne suffered was of a high standard of sniping that should have ended the franchise dead to rights. That is, unless you happen to be Uwe Boll. Boll's master plan when it came to the Bloodrayne franchise was to make it into a trilogy. The third entry would be set in the same era as the original video game. Sir Boll's second stab into the heart of the Bloodrayne franchise was something belonging to a rare subgenre that doesn't get as much output as it should. Indeed, less than, say, I don't know, the lesbian vampire film and the Nazi zombie genre. In this case, the vampire western. The vampire western was originally started in the 1950s with some Roger Corman film, which was about a vampire gunfight. I don't know the title. As of this point, I can recall only one other vampire western, a modern one, and that is the likes of From Dusk Till Dawn Freed Hangman's Daughter, which was a prequel to the original film of that trilogy, and I'll review that in the future. Now, it should be pointed out that there are other genre westerns that involve sci-fi or horror, like the B-grade zombie western Undead or Alive, or the big-budget sci-fi western Cowboys and Aliens. While Westworld was a satire of the Western by having rich tourists spend time in a town designed after the movie genre, and even having Yul Brynner as a blood-clad gunslinger challenging touristic duels. With the case of Bloodrayne Deliverance, Uwe Boll got a different set of writers and this time managed to score a pretty decent pair of writers, although their output is not exactly Oscar material. After many years hunting vampires, the human-vampire hybrid Rain has traveled to the American frontier in order to get some work done over there. Sure enough, she learns that an extremely old and advanced in powers vampire named Billy the Kid, played by Zach Ward, has been busy taking over the town of Deliverance. Aided by an army of the vampire cowboys he has turned over to his side, Billy plans to use the town as a staging point for a vampire invasion of the Wild West by kidnapping the town's children, turning them into the undead and sending them out for the railroad. Rain enters the town but underestimates Billy's powers and is nearly hung, but manages to make an escape and joins up with fellow Brimstone vampire hunter Pat Garrett, who's been tracking Billy for a while. Figuring that they're going to need some serious numbers to defeat Billy's gang, Rain and Pat recruit a pair of outlaws, a corrupt preacher, played by some real gall-bladdering effect by Michael Eklund, and Slimebag Frenson, some outlaw bum who spends his days hassling local whores. With these two losers deputizing the Brimstone gang's membership, Rain and a new posse head off back to Deliverance to teach Billy the Kid a much-needed lesson in manners. To be honest, Bloodrayne Deliverance ain't gonna win any awards for outstanding direction or good writing, but with what it is, and especially compared to the original, the film gets by on its own terms. Once again, Boll sticks with his habit of style over substance, although this time, it is not terribly much as a problem. The constant slow-motion gunfights do have some minor stylistic effect, but it gets overused badly. The script keeps to a simple concept and formula and wastes no time in bringing the viewer up to speed on Rain's biological nature, this time played by Natasha Malf, who brings some fun to the character, and showcases Billy the Kid as an ancient vampire who doesn't even need to be a fast draw to survive. This guy can take bullets like a boxer takes punches. The film's pace is a bit of a drag, and acting from some of the supporting cast can be a little woeful. Chris Coppola is a prime example of that. But all in all, a pretty average vampire story set in the Wild West, which can either set people's opinions off in a negative manner or bring in new fans. Boll's reputation emerges unscathed out of this one. Now, the DVD, this was originally released as a rental-only disc by 20th Century Fox in Australia, and then a few years later, Payless Entertainment released it on one of the cheapo discs, bargain basement discs, offered at a price like $5. Here it is. Now, the disc it's actually identical to the original rental disc, with just a trailer. Picture quality is good, sound quality is okay, no subtitles, and just if you can track this one down, if you got the original Bloodrayne, it's good to team them up. Also, there is a Bloodrayne 3 out there, which I'll review in the future, which is it's probably the best film in this trilogy, but not terribly stand out. Anyway, that's it for this review.